NFTs are non-fungible tokens. Think like easily exchanged tokens that can be readily destroyed, traded, or sold. The premise of this non-fungibility is that these assets cannot be exchanged with fungible items, or physical items, unless you exchange them into fiat. Fiat is essentially any money that's issued by a governmental decree, whereas DeFi, or decentralized finance, refers to many of the cryptocurrencies you may have heard about. In essence, you take your fiat and then trade it to DeFi, and then you use the DeFi to trade it for non-fungible assets that rise up and down like the stock market would based on popularity and volume sold. NFTs are a one-of-a-kind asset, despite their non-fungible form. The whole tokenized format ensures that each NFT is related to a token hash. Think of this token hash as like a deed to your house. Essentially, it's a certificate of the exchange that happens on the blockchain. Technology that is then certified by hundreds of thousands of computers worldwide. Typically, these are done on the ERC20 network, Ethereum for short, a blockchain that is widely used by people everywhere. You may ask, why are these computers affirming these transactions? Well, essentially, they're paid to do so. They're kind of like chartered accountants. Each computer is mining blocks, like a worker bee completing orders. They're paid to run the transaction through the computer, essentially a mine-to-earn type program. From one computer to the next, these transactions are confirmed, then reaffirmed, which can have a ton of utility to it, but in some cases we've seen more harm than good. Which, if you have a lot of liquidity, aka money, you're able to bypass other investors in the NFT market by paying higher gas fees, which we'll talk more about later. But at the current rate, you might be asking yourself, why would I pay for a JPEG image? I mean, realistically, a JPEG image is just a bunch of pixels mixed together. I mean, you could really create it yourself, couldn't you? Well, that's the beauty of it. You can create it yourself. The idea is the same as trading cards. You can collect them, trade them, and they're all unique. Actually, being digital is more important in my opinion because they don't crinkle, they don't fold, and you can send them anywhere at the moment's notice. Other than trading cards, it seems like NFTs are a lot more valuable. And if you have the desire to do so, you can make them tangible. Put your photo in a frame, take your video, and grab a tablet. There's so many cool, innovative, and interesting ways that people are showcasing their art. But in reality, NFTs are a status symbol. If you're part of an exclusive community, you can be considered cool, hip, awesome, and get so many exclusive perks that are added. If you're not, then you're probably missing out. Fortunately, there are new projects dropping every single day. The issue is that you have to be very, very diligent because some of these projects may not reflect your long-term goals or investment strategies. A lot of these projects are purely built on hype and not viable smart contracts. So when you're investing in NFTs, it's really important to think about the long-term opportunities. How a project can turn into merch or exclusive events or even more NFTs. And that's what we're talking about, is utility. And utility is key. But we'll discuss that on our next video. So make sure to stay tuned and join me on my next adventure. Peace.